agree with me? Today's been a magical day, yes? Yes. So I know the future. See, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's predicting the future. And I think I had some inspiration from the light show. Felt like I was in the future watching it. So here's the future. I've been very blessed to have been part of several country openings. And I've got to tell you, we've never had, in the history of World Ventures, we've never had the kind of momentum coming into a launch like we do here in Romania. So you guys have done something very, very special right now. You've got an incredible level of momentum. And there's one of my favorite quotes is, the more money you make, the more money you make. Now, the way you apply that to our business is the more momentum you have, the easier it is to create more momentum. Now, obviously, how many of you want to capitalize on that momentum and go out and build your organization in a massive way? So if there were ever a perfect time to go out and build your business, that time is now. And see, here's what the future holds. There's going to be some of you in this room right now, and no one knows your name. See, I remember years and years ago when I was getting started in network marketing. For the first several years, I struggled. It took me 5 years to get to a full-time income. And I was so frustrated. It was like every year I felt like I'm banging my head against a wall over and over and over. Every year I would set goal after goal after goal. But what would happen is year after year after year, I would have about the same results and I would struggle. And some of you have the kind of desire that I had in my heart. You want to make a change. You want someone to know who your name is. And there's going to be some people in the audience right now who fit that description. And coming out of this event, you're going to do what's necessary to go build an incredible business, impact the lives of tens of thousands of people, and everyone in World Ventures knows your name. You look at someone like Sasha Govender out of South Africa. Got started at 18 years old, and at 18 years old, he started building the business. No one knew who he was, and by age 21, he became an international marketing director. Famous in World Ventures, impacted the lives of so many tens of thousands of people. And some of you have that desire, but just like me, there's something holding you back. And I want to give you what that thing is, because this is what held me back for so long from realizing my potential. And what's holding you back? If you've been struggling, you're in a bad relationship. And I'm not talking about a relationship with a person, but you're in a relationship that you need to end. And you're actually in a relationship with a thief. You have a thief that you're in a relationship with. And see, this is not the kind of thief that comes into your home and steals your things. See, that's bad. That's a bad thief, but things can be replaced. See, the thief I'm talking about is the thief whose goal is to steal, kill, and destroy every dream and every ambition that you have. And the thief I'm talking about is called fear. See, fear has killed more dreams than failure ever did, because what happens is fear immobilizes you. See, fear paralyzes you, where you can have the greatest opportunity in the history of the world right in the palm of your hands with World Ventures right now in the launch of Romania, and even though you know you have the most amazing opportunity, you get paralyzed. See, fear is that beast who rears its ugly head when you know you've got someone you want to call them and invite them to see World Ventures, but you won't even make the call because you're worried about what they think. You're worried about their opinion. And mark my words, if you buy someone's opinion, you have to buy their lifestyle. So, and not only does fear immobilize you and paralyzes you, fear, listen to me, fear lies to you. And fear is such a good liar, you don't even know that he's lying. And fear is so good at lying, fear turns you into a liar yourself. You become a liar, because what starts to happen is, as you start to experience challenges in your business, people are saying, no, they're calling you crazy, all these things start happening. You start questioning the opportunity itself. Well, maybe World Ventures doesn't really work. And there's an even worse lie. See, the worst lie is when you start telling yourself, well, maybe I'm not cut out for it. Maybe I'm not a good enough salesperson. Maybe I'm not charismatic enough. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm too young. Those are all nothing but lies that rob you from your freedom. See, and lie has another technique, and this is one of the most amazing techniques that fear has, is fear gives you this lie called later. I'll get around to it later. I'll do it later. I should make that phone call. I should prospect that person. I should do my presentations. See, most people spend their whole life shoulding all over themselves. See, your dreams deserve more than later. They deserve to be gone after now. See, if you don't go after your dreams now, guess what happens? You don't achieve them. There will never be another opening of Romania. This is a one-time event. It's never happened before. It's never going to happen again. If you're going to achieve your dreams, you got to go after them now. It's not next week, not next month, not next year. Realize when you put it off, that is a lie that fear is planting right in your head. And see, fear is crafty. It's interesting because of all the different amazing ways that it holds you back. And you think, well, maybe I need to develop myself more. I want you to realize right now, you have everything in you that's required to go succeed. You can't put things off to a later date. See, greatness is not about waiting for perfection. There's never going to be a perfect time to go out and chase down your dreams. It's not like one day, all of a sudden, hearts and flowers are going to shoot out of your ass, making it the right time to go succeed. The right time for you to succeed is right now. So you got to come out of this event saying, you know what, I'm going to hunt down my dreams. I'm going to go after my dreams with every fiber in my being. Why? Because your dreams are worth it. See, if you don't go after your dreams now, what happens is you let not only yourself down, you let everyone else in your life down as well. So your dreams are worth it. And you've got to hold on to those dreams. And what happens is there's a thing called courage. See, courage is not the absence of fear. See, we're all going to have fear in certain areas. Courage is having the fear and going and doing it anyway. See, when I got started in World Ventures, there were so many unknowns. I didn't know. I had no idea what the path to IND was going to look like. I had no idea at all. I just knew that I had to have one philosophy. And this philosophy is something I never want you to forget. That philosophy of so many other people can achieve IND, so can I. Say it, so can I. See, if another man or woman can do it, so can I. That's the attitude you have to go forward with. And see, when I started working with Wayne Nugent so many years ago, I looked at Wayne, and Wayne is the greatest networker in the history of our industry. I've never met anyone that has his talent. Never met anyone that has his ability. And I remember one day saying, oh my gosh, I'm edifying him and saying, you're so amazing, you're so amazing. And he said, Matt, stop for a second. He said, it's good to honor the leader, observe the leader, learn from him, but never think you can't go beyond him. Because second best thinkers are invariably second best doers. And I realized that I was putting myself in his shadow. And if I ever wanted to live up and become the kind of networker, become the kind of man that he was, I couldn't put myself at a lower level. I had to start saying to myself, one day, I can achieve the kind of success that he has. Now, I still haven't gotten to his level, but we're working on it. So, my friends, right now, I want to talk about the struggle. And the reality is, you are going to struggle. There's no question about it. You are going to get rejected. You're going to experience that over and over and over. People are going to tell you no. You're going to have to, have peaks and valleys and peaks. See, when we climb Mount Kilimanjaro is the perfect illustration of success in World Ventures, because when we were climbing that mountain, what would happen is we'd go up the mountain and then we'd have to go back down for quite a while before we could go back up again. And then we'd have to go down again before we could go back up again. And I got so frustrated because we just made all this progress and then I lost some progress. I'm like, why are we having to go down again? Because that's how the mountain is. There's no such thing as a smooth mountain. And getting to the top of World Ventures, it's no different. It's the same type of thing. You're going to get hit in the teeth. You're going to get punched in the stomach. It's going to hurt sometimes, but you got to have the will to keep going. You got to realize that no leader ever became a great leader without great struggle. Just like no sailor ever became a great sailor by learning how to sail in calm waters. See, there is a storm, and there's going to be a storm that comes in your life at some point. And when the storm comes, you got to have the courage to say, bring it on. I got it. I'm going to go through any obstacle that gets in my way. I will improvise. I'll adapt. I'll overcome. I'll figure it out. And while all that's true, I can only give you one promise tonight. There's one promise I'm going to make every one of you in this room, all 4,000 of you. There's not one of you in this room that's going to make it out alive. Every one of us are going to go. Now, we never know when that day is. That day could come decades from now. That day could actually come tomorrow. None of us know how much time we have left. And I want you to just close your eyes with me for a minute. I'm going to close my eyes with you. So with every eye closed, I want you to imagine that today is actually your last day. You're not going to wake up tomorrow. So just imagine for a minute, knowing that today is your last day, you are going to die. If that were really true, what kind of feelings do you have about your life? If you know right now is the end, are you filled up with joy because you know you traveled all around the world, you saw the most beautiful beaches, the 7 wonders? Do you feel in joy because you know you lived full out, you played and you really experienced life? Is that what you feel? Do you feel an incredible level of significance knowing that you made an impact in the lives of thousands of people? Do you feel that significance? Do you have a feeling that contentment that your family, the financial future is secure because of the financial freedom that you created, your family's taken care of? Do you have those feelings? Unfortunately, most people are not feeling that. Unfortunately, most people are saying, no, God, please. I know I haven't lived up to my potential. Open your eyes. Most of you are saying, God, give me more time. I know I have it in me. God, I know I've let fear get in the way. God, I know I've let comfort get in the way. I've let some laziness get in the way. But I know if we're all honest with ourselves, if we're really honest with ourselves, we know deep down we have everything it takes to go out and live up to our highest potential. See, God gives us an amazing gift. He gives us the gift of potential, unlimited potential. And we have our gift to God is using that potential. See, you don't want to go through your entire life and at the end of your life look back and say, I never used the potential that He gave me. I know I had it, but I didn't use it. I wasted my potential away. See, the reality is, in the game of life, you're going to miss shot after shot after shot. You're going to miss over and over and over. You're going to fail over and over and over. But the key for those of you who win massively are those of you who just keep shooting until you score. I've failed as many times as anyone in World Ventures. Razvan and Jeddah have failed as many times as anyone in World Ventures, but they keep shooting over and over and over. I've watched Savas and Christos, I've watched them shoot over and over and over. I know they've been rejected hundreds of times, but they keep shooting. There's every one of you in this room can keep shooting until you score. See, the reality is, in the game of life. The clock is ticking. Your clock is ticking today. Every second that goes by, it's ticking, 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 ticking away. I want you to get the shots off before it's too late, because in life, there's no do-overs. There's no overtime in life. Life is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. So coming out of this event, if you've made the decision that you're going to be the one that's going to go break the mold, that's going to go be responsible for the opening of many, many other countries, if you're going to be the one who sets your family and for future generations financially free, if you're going to be the one who makes that positive impact in the lives of thousands and thousands of people coming out of this event, you got to start shooting. And see, I'll tell you the biggest thing that killed the fear in my life is when I finally decided to stop tiptoeing around. For year after year after year, I'd come to training events and I'd get a little bit motivated, but I always had a job to go back on, or always thought, well, I could go back to corporate America, whatever. It was like I was living in the land of the common man, and I saw greatness on the other side. It was like there's this bridge going over to the land of victory. And I wanted to live in the land of victory, but I had this fear that I had to kill. See, I had to kill the fear. I had to decide, you know what? My dreams are bigger than the fear. It's more important for me to have courage than live in this land of mediocrity. And I'd come to a training, and I'd walk over this bridge, over to the land of victory, and I'd make some calls, and I'd get rejected, and it would hurt, and I'd run back over, and I'd be in my comfort zone. It feels so good over here. And my buddies, they'd welcome me back. Hey, come on, man, let's go to the game. Let's go have a beer. See, common men love other common men because they justify each other's averageness. And so I'd stay over there for a while, and I just knew in my heart, I knew the truth. I knew I was lying to myself. And I said, I know I belong over there. I know I have it in me. And so I'd come back over again, and I'd try and try and try, and it just wouldn't seem to work. And so I'd come back over to the land of the common man. And the reason why it wasn't working when I was over there is because I was trying. See, try is a front-end excuse for failure. Try is the word that you say when you know you're not really gonna win. So finally, I said, you know what? Enough is enough. It is time for me to win. Never again am I going to sacrifice my goals and my dreams to live in this pitiful land of mediocrity. For once in my life, I'm just going to step up. I'm going to step up. I'm going to get up. I'm going to cross the bridge over here. And I'm going to burn the damn bridge. And I'm going to stay in the land of victory until I win. That is my wish for you. That is my prayer for you. You guys are going to go impact hundreds of thousands of lives. I believe Romania will be the #1 market in the world for world